Nigeria is at a crossroads once again. Another political crisis is unfolding, and this time, the target is Rivers State Governor Sim Fubara and his deputy. An impeachment process has begun, and the implications go beyond just one state. This isn't just about politics, it's about power, corruption, and the fate of democracy in Nigeria.
This House has therefore resolved that the clerk will publish in at least 3 national dailies the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the governor by His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State.
News broke that the Rivers State House of Assembly had initiated impeachment proceedings against Governor Sim Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Umeodu. The reason? Allegations of gross misconduct under Section 188 of the Nigerian Constitution. But what does this really mean? And more importantly, who stands to benefit?
Came here because we want to pass a message to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that the Ijaw people are not happy with the stand towards the Rivers State crisis. No minister can be bigger than the President. So if the Minister of FCT is doing what he's doing, that means he's being directed by Mr. President.
Let's be clear. This is not just another political squabble. This is a power struggle, and history tells us that when situations like this arise in Nigeria, there are always unseen hands pulling the strings.
Nigerian people!
If this feels familiar, that's because it is. Nigeria has a long history of political leaders being pushed out of office, not by the people, but by powerful individuals who operate behind the scenes. One name immediately comes to mind: Goodluck Jonathan. Back in 2015, Goodluck Jonathan, an Ijaw man and sitting president, was systematically pressured out of office. His authority was challenged, his influence was diminished, and in the end, he was replaced. The same strategy is now being used against Fubara. It's a slow, calculated move. First, weaken his administration, then introduce legal battles, and finally force him out. The question is, why do we keep seeing this pattern? Why is it that certain leaders, especially those from the Niger Delta and Ijaw ethnic group, always seem to be the ones removed so easily? Is it weakness, or is the system simply designed to work against them? To understand what's happening, we need to follow the money and the power. Who benefits if Fubara is impeached? Who gains if he is removed from office? The answer lies within Nigeria's deep-rooted political structure. In Nigeria, governors are not just elected, they are selected. Political godfathers decide who gets into power, and when that individual refuses to play by their rules, they are forced out. If Fubara is removed, his successor will most likely be someone loyal to these power brokers, someone who will not challenge the status quo. This is not democracy. This is control, and it happens over and over again. Take a look at past impeachments in Nigeria. Many were not based on true corruption or failure to perform, but were orchestrated by external forces. The pattern is clear. Whenever a leader refuses to bow to political elites, their downfall is inevitable. But where does this leave the people of Rivers State? Did they vote for a leader just to have him removed by political elites? What happens to the voices of the citizens? Nigerians have a history of staying silent until it's too late. But silence in moments like this only strengthens corruption. If Fubara is impeached without due process, it sets a dangerous precedent. Any governor who refuses to bow to external forces can be easily removed. This means the people's vote is meaningless. And if the people's vote is meaningless, then democracy in Nigeria is nothing more than an illusion. The power that should rest in the hands of the citizens is instead being controlled by a few elites who dictate political outcomes in their favor. The people must recognize their power. Social media, grassroots movements, and civil organizations can put pressure on these political figures to ensure that the rule of law is upheld. If Fubara's removal is truly justified, let it be through due process, not backdoor deals. So, what can be done? First, awareness. People need to understand the gravity of this situation. This is not just about one governor. It's about the future of leadership in Nigeria. Second, the media must play its role. The era of silence is over. This is the digital age. Citizens have the power to shape the narrative. The people of Rivers State must demand transparency. Why is their governor being impeached? Who is behind it? What is at stake? If this impeachment succeeds, it means that the next governor of Rivers State will likely be nothing more than a puppet. It means that political godfathers will continue to control Nigeria from the shadows. And it means that corruption has won again. But if the people stand up, if they demand accountability, if they refuse to be silent, then change is still possible. This is not just about Fubara, it's about the future of Nigeria. So what do you think? Is Fubara's impeachment justified, or is this another example of political manipulation? Let's discuss in the comments. And don't forget, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay vigilant.